What we got? Okay.
Yep.
Ready? Well, welcome to the Zapata Brand Podcast. This is a little bit of a quick hit, but we're missing somebody. We're missing Steve from Hopewell. No, we are missing Jersey Jay-Z. He is on location in Maryland today.
Yeah.
He's doing a little bit of work for his business, and hopefully, from what I understand, he's getting a lot of guests.
You know what?
Big guests.
That group chat we had, and some of the people, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I was surprised too. This whole thing started with the guests. Started with Jeremy Hassel.
Mm-hmm.
Then that we started really getting comfortable in some of the things that were going on as far as the business and how do you interview and get people and stuff like that. Then from there is when we got Rita Gigante in.
Yeah, and that was a good one.
In the middle of that, we were getting other guests in, local guests that are business people and college sports, Bo Orlando in there. Then I reached out for a couple others, and now they're really starting to come on. A lot of that has to do with our audience.
Yeah,
they're liking, they're subscribing, which was very important. When you guys subscribe to the channel, it helps put ours in the algorithm, and it makes us more visible to the YouTube channels, and that helps us grow. And once we grow, because some of the answers that we got, quite frankly, were too small.
Yeah,
and we do understand that. But we are getting bigger. We're getting a lot of people that are wanting.
But the good thing is,
channel.
we're too small, but they're subscribing.
They're subscribing.
The people
they
are subscribing. That's the good thing. They can see the content coming.
Yeah, and that's good. And once you do that, then we have the ability to get bigger guests in. One of the guests that we are getting in, I know this, and we have a StreamYard interview coming up with Stitch Duran.
Yes.
Now, Stitch Duran, if you don't know who he is the premier cut man in the boxing business. He has worked with everybody. MMA. Now, he was let go by UFC, and that's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask him some questions about that. Because did you hear the new contract in the UFC?
With
now I didn't say this. This was reported from Bloody Elbow.
Allegedly?
Well, no, it's reported from Bloody Elbow.
Okay.
From what there's a podcast that I follow.
Okay.
That he said it. And he said that in the new contracts, now this can't possibly be true. I don't think it's true. So I'm going to ask Stitch.
From a certain time, the contract, like if you're a fighter and you sign.
This has to do with outside.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Was it in the business or outside? Okay.
Outside, if you get stuff outside, UFC has 30%.
I did see that.
Is that true?
I think that might be clickbait.
Okay.
I think that might be clickbait.
This guy reported it as if it was true, and I'm like, there's no possible way.
Because they were talking about Sean O'Malley with the marijuana.
Right. I did see that. That's what I saw. And I'm thinking, there's no way anybody signed that. And excuse me. And when I saw that, one of the words that they used and one of the terms that they used was, we give people opportunity here. That's a Vince McMahon line.
That is.
So I said, oh, maybe it's true because they just became TKO.
And that's the thing, you got, because like George St. Pierre, he signed one more fight with UFC. He can't fight anywhere else, even like a boxing match, without the UFC's permission. Brendan Schaub talks about it all the time. I have one more fight or two more fights on my deal. I can't do a celebrity boxing without notifying UFC. That's what's the whole contract with them.
I don't understand it.
They own you. They own you.
And again, I'm a capitalist. I'm all for making money. I'm all for it. I just don't understand in professional wrestling, boxing. Well, boxing's different. Boxing, you can go elsewhere. Mm-hmm. You have a promoter, you can't go outside the promotion. But if you want to fight someone from somewhere else, if you want to fight someone from Golden Boy or Top Rank, you can.
The money's got to work for both of them, though.
I have no idea. But if you have two big stars like that, it'll work.
Oh, yeah.
How they get away with. And again, I'm a capitalist. I think Dana White is the greatest promoter we've ever seen in our generation.
Yep.
Maybe Vince McMahon, they rival. I don't know how they get away with it. They essentially own you.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. And maybe there's some legal stuff in there that we don't know. But to tell a guy that you have to wear this uniform, you have to do this, but you're only going to get X amount of money and you can't go anywhere else.
That's the thing.
It's just a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm like, it's a double-edged sword. It's like if you see a Ferrari go over the cliff with your wife in the car, you kind of. It's a double-edged sword. You're like,
I don't know about that, but
he's like, the Ferrari, the wife. It's I'm a capitalist, and I love being a capitalist, but I just think that, and I think in reality, you have to pay the people who bring the money in.
Yep.
So I get where Dana White's coming from. So either way,
he is a smart businessman.
I mean, he's a smart businessman. I mean, he just makes so much money for the company. Endeavor was thrilled that he was on board during the pandemic. I mean, nobody was doing anything.
So, moving in the future, if he does step away 10 years from now, who could you see going in as the promoter, president of UFC? Who do you think will be a good fit? Because they have to have that.
They have to have the it factor. They have to have the bullshit factor. I don't know if they would go more towards a very corporate guy, or would they go towards a more, charismatic guy, like a Dana White, Don King-ish, Vince McMahon type
I
of deal.
have two that I think.
Here's the only people I thought possibly could, and I know people saying DC. I don't think that's possible. I think Chael Sonnen could be.
That was my one.
And the only other person,
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
go ahead.
Connor.
I don't think I don't think he has the. I think the language barrier is a little bit,
Okay.
and all the stuff he's done in the past. Like not that if he's in America, it's just it comes off differently. I don't think he can be, because first of all, I think he's too wild.
What about Khabib?
The barrier again. I think he's, you gotta be a clear spoken person to.
Triple C.
It's a possibility. He's a good talker.
Yeah.
He speaks well. I could see him. Yeah. I mean, I like Ray Cepho. I like him.
I think Chael is great. And he's tied in with everybody. Bellator.
But he's not only
PFL.
that. He talks. He's a very smart guy.
Yes.
He talks very well. He carries himself well. He had a little incident with that issue in the hotel, but clearly that guy was being an idiot. I don't know. I don't know who.
Matt Serra?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I like Matt Serra, or like a
Because he's really close. They do that, find a fighter type.
yeah, and he does come off as a pretty smart guy, funny. Does stuff that's outrageously. But I think they're going to lean more towards corporate America.
Okay.
I see it leaning more towards that way. Excuse me. Because when you're dealing with Endeavor,
Yeah.
that's a huge, massive company, and now you got the WWF type. Now I saw that Dana White is no longer the president of the company of UFC. He has stepped down. He is now the CEO of the company.
Okay.
So I think they're going to have one guy who's going to oversee both.
So explain the TKO.
TKO is basically, from my understanding, is it's the two they're just under the umbrella of Endeavor. I think they're going to kind of bring both of their strategic teams together to say, hey, we're going to grow here, and kind of bring it together. Obviously, they're two different.
Yeah.
As some guy asked Dana White if all the UFC fans would watch WWE and vice versa.
But what I can see them doing is, say, for instance, they're at Raider Stadium Saturday night, UFC.
Yep.
Sunday,
that
WrestleMania.
makes sense. That makes
something
sense.
like
Yeah,
that.
you could. I mean,
You own Las Vegas for that weekend.
If you have those two businesses, they're billion-dollar companies coming together. I don't know what their
I was
values
shocked.
were. It was a 13.
WWE was worth that much. I was shocked.
13 billion.
I was like, what?
Yeah, no, it was a lot. You got to remember, WWE though is more global.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's as big as the United States as it once was, but it is global, huge global. When they were in trouble back in the 90s, I think they went overseas and made most of their money.
So was it Saudi Arabia or?
No, it was like they went to India
Okay.
and all those other places like that. They made a boatload of cash up in Europe, because I was watching shoot interviews with some of these wrestlers, and they were like, oh, we'd go overseas and make more money. Because the US
That might
stuff
be
is bad.
a shoot interview here a couple of weeks from now, huh?
There will be a shoot interview here a couple of weeks from now. That's confirmed. You can tell them who it is.
Which one?
I don't know. which
Mr.
one.
USA?
Mr. USA Tony Atlas,
Okay.
former WWE superstar, confirmed to be here in studio. And that would be on the 19th of October. So I think he's going to be here. It'll probably drop a week after that. So you're looking at around the 26th.
Now, will he be signing autographs for the
He's going to sign autographs, and he's going to do all that
Okay.
here that Saturday morning.
Okay.
And then we'll do the interview, and then he'll leave from there. But before that, October 14th, Rita Gigante is coming back. She's doing a book signing here, right at the shop. Pictures, autographs, the whole bit. Her book, if you want to get it pre-sale, it's probably better to get it that way. I think it's $40 on ritagigante.net. That's ritagigante.net. Do get board it there. She'll come here. She'll sign it for you. Take a picture with her. She's a great person. In general, she's an empath. She is a medium. And she's doing a lot of work with a couple of our people here.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you want to do a couple readings with her, just ask her. She's a great person. She'll do it for you there. Those two are coming up. Hopefully November, I'm told. We're going to have a very big... Now, this guy's big.
Yeah.
Big guest. Just got on
Jersey
phone with-
Jay-Z pulling stuff out at
Jersey
nowhere.
Jay-Z is like David Copperfield. He really is. He's the David Copperfield of the Zapata Brand podcast. Just when you think he's down and out, he hulks up and here comes a superstar out of the hat. This guy's a big star right now. He's huge in social media, huge on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Just got off of a big podcast. I just saw it the other day. And surprisingly, his agent reached out to us today. And he will be in late November. So that'll be good. He said it will come in studio. Very big guest. Oh, also another one prior to that. We're wrapping that up.
Okay.
That guy is very famous as well. So, we got a lot of people lined up in the gates here.
We also got some local people.
A lot of
reaching out
local
too.
people reaching out that we're going to go. I'm going to go with them, try to get the mayor of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I'm going to try to get Kadeem Brown on also.
I know he's been talking a lot at different places and stuff like
We're
that.
just trying to get. I'm just trying to get these things out. We have Stitch Durant on Monday.
I mean, Stitch. I mean, we used to bake here at nighttime.
And listen to him on the 13th round.
The podcast.
And
And I think many of times you have called.
I called to find out, when he's coming to the East Coast, and it's unbelievable how full circle this is. This is something we wanted to do years ago. We just didn't do. We didn't do it.
I mean, we used to call WFAN all the time.
Oh yeah,
sports.
Richard Neer.
Yeah, Steve Summers.
But this is stuff that it's amazing how full circle, how easy it is now to do this. We set this up here. We got done doing a bacon and just hey, let's do a podcast quick because we haven't done quick hits in a while, and that is still the most popular segment.
It's amazing
for some reason. The most popular segment is Jersey Jay-Z, Coach Diz, and me doing a segment, and we get your questions from Jersey Jay-Z,
Steve W.
Steve, no, it's Steve W. from Hopewell, PA. Let me tell you, if I see that pop up on the screen again, it's over. I wouldn't answer his question. I think Jay-Z's banned him.
No, I think so,
from
too.
answering the questions. So that got a good response. Or whatever it did, but I
was shocked with the response of the views for Jax today.
Jackson's football is 72-yard touchdown. Over, I think it's at 3,000 hits right now.
Jeez, and it was only like 2 or 3 hours ago.
2 or 3 hours ago, I put it up there. Boom. Little Jackson going out there, going viral here at Georgie Bagels.
Crazy.
It's unbelievable. And the other thing I was going to ask you before we did that was the boxing hits.
Okay.
We want to do the quick hits for the Canelo fight. We want to get that together.
I will be in studio for that.
And Devin Alexander, I'm going to get a hold of him again.
Okay.
The people who've ordered the shirts, we've got them out. I bagged them up today, shipping them out. Tomorrow they go out. You know who you are.
Even the 500 subscribers getting a shirt.
The 500 subscriber is getting a T-shirt. We're going to send that out there. It is very important that we sell this merchandise. So if you go to podcast at thezapatabrand.com, that's podcast at thezapatabrand.com. You could actually go to all of our Instagram accounts and whatever. Ask them, tell them what we need. We'll get it over to you.
Yeah.
It could be Venmo, Cash App, whatever. We'll get it to you. Because right now we just don't have the website set up. We did not expect to get this big this quick.
No.
This was kind of like we literally just put it together. I mean, we're just thinking about it, and it just happened so fast. I could remember the day where Jay-Z had called. He said, "Hey, we got Rita Gigante coming in. She'll be there in 2 weeks."
It was funny because when he said that, we were like,
Yeah, we're like, Rita Gigante,
Come on.
come on. Right? You
telling
did
you,
know.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's pulling out. He's pulling up. He said, "Oh no, she'll be here." And 2 other guests that he has, both confirmed. Both
Yeah.
going to have confirmed. So we're definitely
Too
doing
bad
it.
that one guest couldn't come.
Alizé?
No. The one that Hershey.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one too. And hey, StreamYard is definitely open for that.
Yeah.
And he was, and that's somebody that I'd like to talk to. I've followed his career for a long time. Ultimately, I'd like to get Michael Francis on at some point.
Yeah.
He's a guy that I not necessarily want to talk about the mob stuff with him. It's business.
Yeah.
I read his book. I love his book. I love his concept, and he helped me actually with business more than he knows, with how you run a business. And he's really, it's someone I really admire. I love his business aptitude, and that's something I would look forward to. The next couple of guests we're going to get are very close to Michael,
Yeah.
and hopefully that's a springboard to get to Michael also. Now, these 2 guests are great people. I've followed their career and where their lives are. They're very interesting, very interesting, and I honestly can't believe we're getting these people in here. I mean, this is Berwick, Pennsylvania. It's
know.
a small town. It's small.
And they're coming in studio.
To here, and this is kind of a makeshift studio. We do have the newspaper coming next Friday
Okay.
to run a big story before Rita gets here for Rita, and ultimately, this could lead to us to getting those 1,000 subscribers that we need. So, if you are listening to this podcast and you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends to like and subscribe. It helps us tremendously. Once you get to that 1,000 mark, that's when things start to really flow.
Yep.
That's what, and we're almost there. We're at 5 something,
I thought
540 or 545. So right around there.
546, I thought.
So once we get to that 1,000 mark, then we can get monetized, and then it's really starting to roll. But I'm gonna have Jay-Z on
StreamYard?
on StreamYard soon with Greg. But I want to have him on location.
Yeah.
He's gonna start doing these interviews with Greg. Doing the workouts with Greg and stuff like that. We got to have him involved with that end on that side, because we don't have him the ability to get here all the time. So that's difficult for him. So let's hope for the next 2 weeks or so we buckle down stuff. I believe Rita Gigante's podcast will drop Monday.
Oh, okay.
And I did see a preview of what Rich is doing. Tremendous.
Yep.
Some of the stuff there that you're going to see, it's going to give you. It's basically a documentary.
Is it a couple parts or?
I don't know. I think it has to be a couple
Okay.
parts.
Okay.
But what I do think we're going to do is drop them, like one at 7, one at 7:45.
Like Jason King, the last
Jason
one?
King. Because what I see happens is once they do the first episode, it kind of drops down, because it kind of lose, like they don't know. Okay, when's the next one coming out? And what? So we have to get that in order, I think.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we have to do. I really think it's important.
Okay.
Anything on the boxing scene coming up other than Canelo, Charlo, which we'll talk about in 2 weeks? I don't see much.
No, nothing much.
UFC?
There's let's see, just coming up in a couple weeks. Stipe and
John Jones. Right now it's kind of quiet. Usually around this time it is quiet because of football.
yeah, the first couple weeks.
Speaking of football,
Oh,
let's see what's going on here now.
all right.
So, this was a bad first week, just for a bunch of teams.
A lot of yeah, it was.
New York Jets. Now they won, but Aaron Rodgers out for the year.
Yeah, and I'm a Giants fan, and we got killed. I was getting a lot of heat at work about the Giants because they're all
Let me
Eagles
tell you,
fans.
That may have been one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
It was funny. I was texting one of my bosses, and I was like, "We Giants need to come out strong, hit him in the chin right away."
They came out strong, all right.
He texted me back. That didn't go so well.
No. I mean, if it could go wrong, it did go wrong, and it happened in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and they just didn't recover from there. Did they score? Did they get a field goal?
40 zip.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I turned it off at 20 something.
Yeah,
nothing. I was like, wow.
But let's just okay. This week we're going against Arizona, we should take care of business with them.
Listen,
the Giants should take care of
If
business.
they lose to Arizona, that's bad.
I don't know.
How do you think the Eagles look though?
So I think the Eagles, I think Jalen Hurts didn't play in the preseason. I think that has to do with a lot of this stuff. You know, the team's not playing so well because the main stars are not playing in the preseason. Of course, they don't want to get hurt.
Right.
I think he's going to take a couple weeks before he, starts clicking with AJ Brown and stuff like that. The Eagles look good.
Now,
Swift is a good running back.
Okay, do you think that? Okay, so now let's take Dallas because do you think Dallas was that good or the Giants were that bad?
I think Dallas's defense is that good.
Yeah, that defensive end is a Lawrence Taylor type of defensive end.
Parson.
So, do you think it's Dallas and Philly, or do you think it's Dallas, Philly, and the Giants
Just in the East or in the whole?
in the East?
I think it's Dallas and Philly. I think it's actually Philly then Dallas.
Okay. What about the Commanders? They're a little bit of a surprise.
Their defense.
They're a wild card.
No, I think they'll be.
No, I don't think they're going to win.
No, but they'll play hard. They'll play hard.
Yeah, playing hard and winning are two different things.
Yeah, they'll play hard. They won't. They'll be okay. They're not going to be like a three-team win.
Yeah,
They won against Arizona last week.
I don't think Arizona's good. I think
Kyler Murray's not even playing. He's hurt.
Yeah, I think it's terrible. So overall picture of week 1 of the NFL, what was who won? Who were the winners? Who were the losers?
I'll tell you a team that I'm really impressed with. Of course, I have a lot of stock in them with the fantasy, but the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay. Now, I always liked Trevor Lawrence.
Calvin Ridley, the one, I don't know if you remember him. He played for the Falcons, got suspended for betting.
Right. That's right. Oh, jeez.
For 1 year. He was hurt. He wasn't playing, but
Right.
they are a good team. They are a very good. Their defense needs to tighten up, but their offense.
Yeah, you know what? When I go to card shows, I look for Trevor Lawrence's rookie card.
Trevor Lawrence.
That's one of the ones I've always liked. You know, and I remember like when Troy Aikman first came in the league, I always thought, man, I see flashes of good. That guy could be really good.
Yeah.
He ended up being really good. I saw that with Trevor Lawrence, especially last year. He seemed like he seemed composed. He had the poise in the pocket. He seemed pretty good.
Going back to where I see some things that are shaking up, I think Buffalo, there's some drama going on over
I'll
there.
tell you what, if Josh Allen don't win it this year, he might go.
No, I don't think he might go. I think
Trade him?
no.
You don't think so?
No. They won't. They'll get rid of Diggs. Diggs is starting to shake stuff up over there.
But okay, so if they get rid of Diggs, who's getting him the ball?
What was that?
Who's going to get Diggs the ball?
Josh Allen.
They're going to get rid of Diggs.
They have Gabe Davis. They have. I can see, to be honest with you, I can see Barkley probably getting traded there.
Yeah, Barkley.
Because
how do you do?
The whole team.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
The whole
That
team
was
did
terrible.
bad.
It was
The
terrible.
first drive was great. Giants were moving, but I do see the.
Let me
Giants,
ask you this:
yeah.
since I'm a Jets fan, what would you possibly think at all that Zach Wilson could come in and take them to the playoffs?
I was talking. For some reason, I honestly think Aaron Rodgers put something in that, like gave that kid some motivation, because give him about 2-3 weeks, he'll be good. He'll be good.
I always thought he was good.
He was good. He
just
wasn't the
something
number
happened.
third pick for no reason.
Yeah, there's just something happened. I don't know if it was the whole thing with the mom.
I
doing all
think it's
nonsense.
New York was a little too big for him right now.
Yeah,
But Aaron Rodgers coming in, and again, I feel so bad. I mean, I hate the Jets. I don't like the Jets, but I was actually like, God damn. I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers play.
This. You know what? This is almost identical to the Vinny Testaverde year.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I thought this is the year the Jets are going to go do something. They got Curtis Martin, Testaverde. I believe their wide receiver was Keyshawn Johnson. I'm not sure if he was still there. But they had Wayne Corbett, I believe, and he blew his Achilles first series.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get back. I forget who they put in. I really do.
Oh, jeez, I forgot who they put in. Oh, a little tired. But yeah, I think this is gonna give it about 2-3 weeks, and then everybody's gonna start, getting relaxed, getting comfortable. I could see the Bengals coming on strong.
Well, Joe Burrow, what do you think?
I just think he's rusty.
Okay.
He was hurt, didn't play.
Yeah.
Give him a couple weeks.
All right. So ultimately, let's look at big picture.
Okay.
Who do you see coming out of the AFC and then the NFC?
Okay, so the AFC, I'm going to say between two teams. I'll pick who's going to go to the championship.
Go ahead.
AFC championship will be Kansas City Chiefs versus Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay. NFC?
Philadelphia Eagles versus San Francisco 49ers.
That's who I want to ask you about.
49ers will win it all.
Do you think the 49ers are that good?
Yes, I do.
Purdy's got that good?
Purdy's that good.
Okay.
But you don't need to be that good. When you have CMC and Debo and all, their team is just so good. Their offensive line is their defense is so good. They should have beat the Eagles last year. If Purdy didn't get hurt, they were down to like their fifth string in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think 49ers will
How
win
about
it all.
Garoppolo? Where's he at now?
Las Vegas.
Anything?
They won. He did good. All right. He
Okay.
did all right. He did all right.
What do you think of Vegas? I got the Raiders hat here.
What do I think of Vegas? I think they could be good. I think they did the wrong thing by not getting Tom Brady a couple years ago. They should have went after Tom Brady.
Do you see Tom Brady coming back? There's a lot of rumors. he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back either.
He's a part owner of the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. I was like, he's coming back. I'm like, I don't think so. I think he's pretty much done.
Nope.
So
my Super Bowl pick overall would be 49ers.
49ers.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City with 49ers winning it all.
Yes.
Boy, it'd be a couple years in a row for
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
They're good.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce.
That's pretty
Andy
good.
Reid.
That's pretty good. They're a good, solid team. Andy Reid always has good teams. They're solid. They're always good. He built it from the inside out.
Exactly.
My God, he's always good. So I wrap it up that there. Baseball season coming to an end.
Ever since Judge got hurt, I
kind of don't watch it much either. Baseball season coming to an end. But the big fight coming up at the end of the month.
We'll have a podcast for that.
We'll have the boxing edition. We're gonna have Coach Rich on. How's Coach Leo doing there? How's he training? Have you seen anything?
He's doing good. He's doing good.
Okay.
So I just talked to him yesterday. He said that you and Kenny think you guys are talking.
We have a guy.
Yes.
We have two guys.
Yes.
The problem here that I'm seeing is weight issue. Leo keeps going down.
Yes, and
this guy's got to stay. He's got to stay in that 192 range, right around there. Because obviously he's a big guy. He's 6'4". You know, you're not going to find many guys at 50 that are 190 and 6 foot. They're just not. They don't work out like that. So I'm going to go say that
he
we're
is.
close.
I don't know. Well, someone that used to. I don't know if he told you. Someone that used to fight, and he's sparring with him now over there.
Jake.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. So he's going to get good work. How do I say this? Is he overtraining now and then peaking too early?
You know who was known for that? Holyfield. Wasn't he known for that?
He was known for that, but he also allegedly was taking PEDs. And
I think. I
will
don't want him to
will
get.
you have to bring him back a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did see him and he did look a little drained, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. Leo, I know if you're watching, don't take it the wrong way. He did look a little drained, and that concerned me just because when you lose that kind of weight, I always look back to Chris Bird when he lost all that weight and he just didn't look good.
Yeah. No, I think he's okay. He needs no more weight. Though you're where you're at. You're right. Yeah.
I think he's tight enough. I think things are good. Good there. I was excuse me. I was cleared.
That's what I was gonna say.
I was cleared September 11th.
Yep.
To get back at it. Give me a little time. I got a lot of crap going on here with the bagels.
Yep.
It is incredibly busy here. I have no idea how I'm even keeping up with
even
this
that
stuff.
Sunday, you were like, "What?"
Yeah, even Sunday, I didn't know what was going on there. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Business is good. Knock on wood. I'm blessed that it is this way. We haven't struggled in years. I just got my taxes done. You know you're doing okay when you have to pay in a boatload of cash and write checks. Normally you get.
So we didn't finish. Before we finish up this NFL thing? Who would be your pick for the?
I like Kansas City again.
Okay.
Just because I know the team. But I do like the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I like them. I always liked Trevor Lawrence for some reason. But I also think the Eagles. Yeah. I think those three teams right there.
So it could be like a repeat.
Yeah, but I think like one more year better for Trevor Lawrence, one more year better for Jalen Hurts. Does that catch up with Mahomes? He's not as hungry. I don't know. But I do like those teams.
Just imagine if Tyreek Hill was still on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh God. Is he gonna get traded?
No.
Is the Dolphins good?
Dolphins are
they're not bad.
They're okay, but I just can't trust Tua. You just don't know how it.
Would they be better just to get a different quarterback?
I don't know. I mean, he's good when he's in.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can stay healthy.
That head injury is really.
Oh, he got
I love the coach.
Up.
I love the coach.
Coach is phenomenal.
And I don't know if you saw, in preseason, Tua had a camera right here.
Really?
So the coach can see exactly what he sees, and then he can teach him. Okay, this is what you want to look for next time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and you should see the whole. It's crazy. All like
it's
8K.
Like a GoPro.
Yeah, it is.
GoPro can do the wide view,
but it's crazy.
It's awesome.
It is crazy.
Oh my God! Wow, the technology that's coming back. God, I can remember. I was just talking to Bo, and he was just like, "We didn't have any of this shit."
Yeah, no.
Could you imagine the athletes these guys would have been back then?
The thing I wanted to ask Bo, because I heard from Pat McAfee and AJ Hawk and everything, the Bengals training facilities
was
was
horrible.
so bad.
Horrible.
They just got a dome, just literally a training.
I think they had to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk about black lung,
they said that they were eating hot dogs every day.
it was bad. I can remember Bo telling me how bad it was. I'm like, he's like, George, I didn't know what the hell. It was just he essentially said a shit organization. You got to put money back into the business at some point. And that was actually one of the things I did here that turned this place around. I put the money back into the business instead of like taking home more money. I was like, you know what? Let me just do this. Well, by the way, I wasn't taking home much money at that time. And I just said, let me just put the money back into the business, see what happens.
Okay.
And once I did, started to pay off little by little by little by little. And then the pandemic hits, but I was able to really turn it.
That's good.
It was one of those freak things. So it was for me, why I look at the Bengals as the organization. Man, you got to put the money back in. It's like Mark Cuban. He puts the money back into the business. It's like a recruiting tool that you use to say, look at our facilities. You want to come here? You need a trainer? We got him here. You need a bath? We got it here. You need a sauna? We got it here. I don't know if you're getting it in Cincinnati.
No.
And I don't understand why it's like that. How pretty big. Cincinnati's a pretty big place.
Well, you got Cleveland. You got Cincinnati.
Well, you got New York and Jets and the Giants.
Totally.
Didn't even play in New York.
No, I know. That's. And when I went to that stadium, I hate going to NFL games and you're like all crunched up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I'd rather watch it at home.
Yeah, I don't really like going out to places anymore. And if I do, I'm going to get the front row.
Yep.
I just want to buy the front row.
Yeah.
And I do that because I'm just like, no, I'll stay here in the front row. And that's why I don't go much because they were just so friggin' expensive.
It is expensive.
It's my God. Although I was offered tickets to the Yankees suite thing.
Where? In Wilkes-Barre or up here?
No.
Wow.
The Bronx. Yeah, it was like $245 a ticket.
That's not that bad.
Not bad.
No.
But it was last minute. It was like the next day.
Oh, no,
So
yeah.
I said, I can't go. But, let's wrap this up real quick here.
Got to do some dough.
What I wanted, we're going to do some dough and get out of here. But what I wanted to do is, real quickly, today, Gene Block has passed away. That's Kerry's father. Passed away, short illness, battled a short illness real quickly. And I just wanted to tell Kerry that we are thinking about her. Gene was a great guy. He was here. We would see him sitting down there at Kerry's store with his little walking cane stick and give me a crack every now and then as I'd walk by. He's going to be missed, and it was very quickly. You never plan for stuff like this. Unfortunately, no one makes it out of here alive. And but he left a good legacy here. He was one of the good ones, and we will give our thoughts and prayers to their family. And if there's anything they need, they can know to reach out to us here at the Zapata Brand podcast. That being said, though, also I wanted to say I don't know the situation with the kid from Jersey Shore.
Okay. I know the whole Lycoming. I don't know. Is this area doing it too, wearing orange?
Yeah, they are wearing orange.
I don't know. He's not doing so well.
Yeah, I heard he's not doing so well. I think his last name is Engel. Is it Max Engel?
Yes, I think. Okay. Number 4.
Number 4. We are thinking about you guys over there. Mm-hmm. Even though we're Bulldog fans, no one likes to see that happen to a kid. My kid does play football too.
Well, they're the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. So.
Yeah, Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Hey, we're all in the same family.
Exactly.
Again, I will do an update on him at some point if I find out information. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're going to have a benefit for them. We will donate what we can over there. And we encourage you guys to donate also if you can to them. They're a small community. Do what you can.
Yep.
That being said, don't be envious of what I've accomplished in my life. Be inspired by what you could do in yours. We will see you in a week or two. Thank you.
All right.